Hello everyone and welcome to Maestro Easy Learn. We all know that simple circuits can be solved by using Ohm's law, equation V equal to IR. But it's difficult to visualize, difficult to simplify, and difficult to solve problems related to complex circuits. Complex circuits like whatever I am showing you on this screen. Here you see three different diagrams of a same circuit. Yes, a same circuit. It's not easy to believe, right? But all these three diagrams presenting the same circuit. In today's session, I am going to talk about a process, three-step process, which will help you to convert complex circuits into simple circuit. Here is three-step process to convert complex circuit into simple circuit. The first step is to identify the junctions or nodes in the circuit and name them. The second step is pairing of those junctions. And the last step is draw the direct path elements in between each pair of these junctions. Okay, we'll see the process how it can be applied to the complex circuit, and then you will understand more about each step. So here is our first circuit or first diagram which we have shown in the starting of this video. So here we need to apply the three-step process just we talked about. The first is identify the junctions. So if I go around the circuit, I will see there is a one junction A, there is another junction B, and there is another junction C. A junction is a point in the circuit where you see three or more than three branches meeting at a point. Branches means where you have electrical element like resistor or heater, heating coil or bulb. Any electrical element. Okay. Don't get confused with this point, okay? This is not a junction because you don't see here three branches or more than three branches. Okay, so this is not a junction. So there is only three junctions are identified: A, B, and C. Okay, now we are done with the first step. Now let's move to the step number 2, pairing of these junctions. So how many pairs we can make using these three junctions? I can make pair A and B. Then I can have A and C. And then I can have B and C or C and B. Okay. So these three pairs we have in this circuit. Now we have to move to the third step. Third step is drawing the direct path element in between the junctions. Draw that direct path. So what is the direct path? So if we consider the first pair A and B, the direct path in between A and B is only through 8 ohm. Okay, through 8 ohm. What about other paths? Other paths are not direct paths because by other two paths like this one, right, we have to cross junction C and then reach to B. For direct path we cannot cross any other junction. So now let's try to draw these electrical elements on different paths. So let's first take pair A and B, junction A and B. And let's put A and here is B, right? And we have to put another junction C as well in between, because what we're trying to do here, we're trying to get this complex circuit and convert it into simplified circuit in between junction A and B. Because if I put a battery source here, right, which we are supposed to be having it complete the circuit, and when we want to find out the current inside this circuit, and maybe this is 12 volt, then we have to find out the equivalent resistance of this whole complex circuit in between junction A and B. Okay. So our target is to simplify this complete set of resistors in the circuit to convert into a single circuit, so that we can convert this complex circuit into simple circuit and solve the problem by using Ohm's law. Okay. Now, so this is our extreme points A and B, in between which we want to find out the equivalent resistor. So here we are following the path AB for junction A and B. So there is only direct path is available is through 8 ohm. Okay, so I will put this 8 ohm resistors in between A and B. There is no other direct path in between A and B, so we're done with the first pair, drawing the direct path for first pair AB. Now I need to look into the second pair, A to C. I have two different paths, two different direct paths to go from A to C. Okay, one is through 2 ohm resistor and another 2 ohm resistor. This is a single path, right? So I will put 2 ohm here and I will put 2 ohm here. So 2 ohm and 2 ohm. Two resistors in between A and C. There is another path to reach from A to C through 4 ohm resistor, and this is also a direct path. So I will put this another path of 4 ohm to reach to C, which is 4 ohm. So I don't see any other path now to reach from A to C. There is no other direct path. There is another path, but that is through junction B and we don't want it. So we have done with the AC junction pair. Now we left with the last pair BC or CB. So we go from C to B and see how many direct paths are there. I see only single path through 6 ohm. The other two paths are coming through junction A and we don't want it. We just want direct path. So C to B, I have another resistor which is nothing but a 6 ohm. So I will put 6 ohm here. And there is no more direct path in between B and C, so we're done with the BC pair. So we reach to another version of this circuit. And you see this is more simplified. I can see here 2 ohm and 2 ohm in series, right? So now I can convert that in more simplified form, where I can add this 2 ohm to 2 ohm because both of these resistors are in series. So this is 4 ohm, right? So I can redraw this. Here 4 ohm in between A and C, and 6 ohm as it is in between C and B. This is 6 ohm, this becomes 4 ohm, and there was another 4 ohm is there in between A and C, so I will keep that 4 ohm as it is, and I need to add this 8 ohm in between A and B, so that is 8 ohm. So we reach to now this circuit, right? Now you see the simplification happening here. Now I see this 4 ohm resistor and this 4 ohm resistors are in parallel, right? Now how I know these are in parallel? You can watch our previous video on resistors in parallel and series, which explain these things in detail. that how you know is are in parallel or series, and how you calculate it, the equivalent resistance for that. Okay, the description of that video or link of that video is there below in our description box here in this video itself. Okay, so here if two resistors are in parallel, the equivalent resistance will be, if there are R1 and R2 two resistors in parallel, then equivalent resistance will be R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is what the equivalent resistance formula for two resistors in parallel. So in this case, what it should be? It become 4 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4 is 8. So it's become how much? It's a 2 ohm. Okay. So I can replace these two resistors by a 2 ohm resistor. Clear? So let's draw the next logical diagram. This is point A, and here this is 8 ohm. I keep as it is and reach to B. Okay, and then this become 2 ohm, right? 2 ohm resistance in between A and C. I see is a 2 ohm, right? 2 ohm. This is C, and in C and B this already 6 ohm is there, so I will keep as it is 6 ohm. So this is my A and this is my B. This is 2 ohm and this is 6 ohm, both are in series. So total resistance is equal to 8 ohm. So now 8 ohm and 8 ohm in parallel in between A and B. So if I more simplify this, so 8 ohm this and this 8 ohm are in parallel. So resultant will be 4 ohm. So I gave a resistance of 4 ohm between A and B. This is 4 ohm. That is the way we can simplify a complex circuit into simple circuit. So here what we have done, we have covered this whole set of resistors, we converted into a simple circuit of 4 ohm. Right? Following this 3-step method of identifying the junctions and then pairing of junction and then drawing the direct path in between those junctions. Right? And if I want to redraw this circuit again, I can redraw is like, here is battery 12 volt and this is resistor of 4 ohm, right? And this is point A and this is point B, and this is what our circuit final. Okay, now we will move to the second diagram of same circuit and will apply the same process of identifying, pairing and drawing. So here is the circuit number 2 or drawing number 2 of the same circuit. Let's apply the same process. So first identify the junctions. So this is junction A. Okay, understand these 2 points, this and this is same because there is no electrical element in between these 2 points. And then this is junction B, and there is one more junction. If you go around the circuit, this is the junction 3. So we can give the name as a C. So we identified 3 junctions in this circuit, A, B and C. So we done with the identification part. Now we go to the second step of pairing of these junctions. So we can have total 3 pairs, AB, AC and BC or you can say CB, same thing. So there are 3 pairs. So we have done the second step, pairing of it, and we already done identification. Now we have to go to the third step of the process, drawing the electrical element in between these junctions for each pair. Okay, so first pair let's take pair AB. Okay, so as I told in the previous example, that we have to figure out in which 2 points we have to find the equivalent resistance. Okay, so here we have to find equivalent resistance between point A and point B. This is an open part and we can put maybe battery here, right? So it complete our circuit for the problem, so that if I current is there, you can find out the current I. Okay, so considering A and B is the final terminals where we have to find out the equivalent resistance. So once we decide that, we put these 2 points A and B. Okay, this is A and this is B, and the third junction we have to put somewhere in between. Okay, so this is point C. Now we have to start drawing the electrical element between junctions. So now let's take first case, AB, this pair AB. So I have to go from A to B and check how many direct paths are there. So here is I see only one direct path through 8 ohm resistors. The remaining two paths are crossing this junction C. So we don't want to use those paths. Okay. So here I put 8 ohm resistors in between A and B. So 8 ohm. Now let's take, so we're done with the AB. Now let's do second pair AC. So I have to check how many paths are there from A to C. So again we see there is two paths. One is this one, A to C. So here there are two resistance of 2 ohm each. So we put 2 ohm and 2 ohm in between A and C. And there is another path through 4 ohms. Okay, so we put 4 ohm resistors in between 4 ohm. Okay, so we covered both the paths. There is no other path, or there is no direct path, no other direct path in between A and C. So we're done with the second pair. Now let's go to the last pair. So BC or CB. Okay, so we start from C and go to B, and we see only one direct path is there, which is 6 ohm resistance through 6 ohm resistance. So we have to put 6 ohm resistance in between C and B. Okay, so here by looking this diagram itself, we know there are 2 ohms, 2 ohm, these resistors are in series, and this is total 4 ohm, and this 4 ohm is in parallel to the 4 ohm resistor. So if 4 ohm and 4 ohm resistors are in parallel, the resultant resistance will be 4 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4, which is 8, and this become 2 ohm, right? So now I can redraw this circuit again. This is A, and I will keep 8 ohm as it is. Okay, this is my B, and this particular part of the circuit is become 2 ohm, right, what we have calculated. So 2 ohm in between A and C, right? So here A and C, this is C, right, and this has become 2 ohm, and this was 8 ohm already, and the remaining 6 ohm is as it is, we put 6 ohm. So now you see there are 8 ohm, and this is here 2 ohm and 6 ohm are in series from A to B, right? So now this circuit becomes 2 resistance of 8 ohm each in parallel, right? So if I get a resultant of 2 resistors in parallel each of 8 ohm, I will get a resultant resistance will be 4 ohm, right? Because 8 multiplied 8 divided by 8 plus 8, 16, so this become 4 ohm. So we got a resultant of all these resistors as a 4 ohm. So my final circuit is 4 ohm, and from in between point A and B. Okay, so you see we got the same 4 ohm answer from this diagram as well. So that is the way you can convert this complex circuit to a simplified circuit, okay, by using this 3-step method of identifying, pairing and drawing. So here is the third diagram out of the 3 diagrams which I have shown you in the start of this video, and this third diagram also represent the same circuit. Okay, so I will leave this diagram to you to solve it by using this 3-step process, identifying the junctions, then pairing of those junctions, and finally drawing the direct path in between junctions of each pair. Okay, just follow the path, process and see if you can get the same result, the resultant resistors in between A and B of 4 ohms. Okay.
So here circuit number 4, you have to find out the equivalent resistance in between junction A and B. Here one clue I want to give you because it's something different. So here when you trying to find out the junction, like junction A, and this is a junction, another junction. Now this junction and this A junction and this junction, there is no electrical element. Okay, so that means both of these points, this point A and this point are same. Okay, both are A. Similarly here junction B and this junction, okay, both are same point. So here is the circuit number 5, and you have to find out the equivalent resistance between A and B as we have done for other circuits. Follow the process which we have discussed and see if you can solve this. Write your comments in comments section. And if you have learned something new today, then please click like button and subscribe us to get similar type of videos. Thank you very much for watching us. See you next time. Bye.